All right, everybody, what's going on? Good late morning. We've got a couple of different things to talk about in this video, neither of which are actual Seattle Seahawks draft picks. That comes up in just a few minutes here, but I want to go over two trades that the Seahawks just did. First, I'll talk about the one I already mentioned in the previous video, the trade back with the Patriots, moving back 7 spots from the late 4th to the early 5th. The Seahawks picked up a late 7th round pick in that trade, which... I mean, there's not much to say about it, to be perfectly honest. I think we were really desperate to trade back, and maybe we got sniped with Iomenor. It's hard to know, but we really wanted to trade back, and clearly we were willing to take any tiny little upgrade to move back there. So, late 7th round pick. The charts all say that we lost the trade, but it's only by a couple of points. Not really worth saying too much about. It's not what I would have necessarily done, but there's a very good chance it ends up not mattering because we'll end up getting the player that we really like at 144 anyway. So 7 spots, and you pick up an extra 7th rounder. Maybe you can leverage that 7th rounder into something. We'll see. But the Seahawks also just made a second trade, and I need to talk about that real quick because that one's actually really spicy to me. We traded Sam Howell. Sam Howell is out of here. We traded him to the Minnesota Vikings. We gave up Sam Howell and our top 5th round pick, so 172. And we moved up to 142. So we actually pick in just a few minutes here. And the Baltimore Ravens just took Carson Vinson. So therefore, we are now, I believe, if my understanding of this trade is correct, on the clock because of the trade with the Vikings. So we're actually almost picking back-to-back here. We have the pick at 142. We have the pick at 144. Basically, we traded Sam Howell to move up 30 spots in the fifth round. And I said it before, I'll say it again. I didn't really care that much what we got for Sam Howell. I just wanted to get something, and we got something. This definitely allows us to get a player that we otherwise would not have been able to. Moving up 30 spots in the 5th round is non-trivial. So I would say that we did well. I would say we're pretty happy. Yes, we are now officially on the clock according to ESPN. And we'll see what the team ends up doing. But clearly they have a plan. The pick is in. So I'm just going to go ahead and include this pick in this particular video, I guess. Hopefully we find out in the next couple of minutes. But I'm happy we were able to do something with Sam Howell that wasn't just cutting him. We did have to give up a 5th round pick along with Howell to move up, but I'm not surprised by that. I don't think anybody should be surprised by that. Howell at this point doesn't have a ton of value. Obviously, you didn't get as much as you gave up to get him, but that's not something that's really going to bother me all that much. That's not something I'm going to worry about too much. You didn't give up that much to get him in the first place. So I'm just happy we were able to salvage something there. We upgraded to the backup quarterback position without spending a significant amount of money. Locke is going to cost less than $1 million more than what Howell would have cost. So I'm pretty happy that we were able to leverage Howell into something. So Seahawks, like I said, the pick is in. There's a lot they can still do here. We lost Iomenor before our last pick, so that's not really a consideration. I will admit that I did kind of like Cam Jackson. I did kind of like Tyrion Ingram, but there's plenty we can do here. If you look to my right, man, anybody on that list I think would be understandable. Maybe some of the players you wouldn't make sense now, like Shadur would be kind of weird. Will Howard would be weird. Quinn Ewers would be weird. Like, I wouldn't be able to make any sense of those picks because of what we've already done. Oh, looks like we're here. Pick is in. Pick is getting announced. All right. Pick is getting announced. I would love M'Bow. I would love Swinson. I would love Kobe Bryant. I would love Jordan Phillips. A lot we could do here that I'm super into. All right, here it comes. Rylie Mills, the Notre Dame defensive tackle. I do know who that is. Seems like a fairly decent pick to me. Not necessarily my favorite guy left on the board or anything, but Rylie Mills was a defensive tackle that I was aware of. To my knowledge, to the best of my knowledge, he is a 3-tech, which is interesting because we certainly have enough of those. But looking at Rylie Mills, I think that there is certainly something there. I did put a 5th-round grade on him, so we did get about the right amount of value here. He had a very nice year for Notre Dame last year, 7.5 sacks. He's got a nice bull rush. He is undersized, so I don't see him being a nose tackle, which, I mean, you know, we still need the nose tackle. We literally don't have one right now. Byron Murphy is not a nose tackle. Just because you make him play one doesn't mean he is, but we're picking again in a second here, so maybe we can get the player there. Miami's pick is in. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video. But seems like a decent pick. I'm cool with it. And go Hawks.